What is going on, clan? Today I'm going to show you guys how to get all the lost souls in MediEvil. Now I'm going to show you how to get them the most efficient way possible. The other guides on YouTube kind of have them out of order, making you play the levels multiple times, so this way it'll keep you from having to do that. Now the first one's in here. I accidentally got it, but there's a chest here and then a soul, so this is where you'll start the pretty much quest chain of all of the souls. And then what we're going to do is head to the sleeping village. Now I just equipped a magic longbow right here just to go ahead and knock this part out really fast. And then you open your inventory and then you go ahead and summon the soul. This is going to create a little side mission that once you complete, the lost soul will be put to rest. Now I just used the magic bow to completely destroy these guys. Now with the little turtle things, you have to kind of step back, otherwise they just shield themselves and you'll be sitting there all day. And as you can see, with the magic longbow, I just tore them up. So there's going to be a soul in this level as well, so instead of leaving, we're going to go ahead and grab this soul, and then you'll finish the level to go ahead and basically save the progress. So all of these levels we're doing, you always want to finish the level in order to save the game and essentially save your progress. Now from the sleeping village, we're going to head to the graveyard, and pretty much right at the start you will see this soul to your right. Go ahead and interact with him and you will find another soul. Okay, this solution for the graveyard is just up ahead. You'll find the angel statue and just use the soul near the angel. Now once you've done that, give the angel a little smack and another smack, and it'll spawn a gravestone in which that soul will then become rested. Okay, now we're at the Scarecrow fields, and there's actually one towards the beginning. It's just right here between these houses, just to try to show you for reference. It's pretty much right at the start, so make sure you don't miss it. Awesome. Once you've gotten that, just progress further into the level and you'll be at the basically cornfields of the game. Now what you want to do in order to do this solution is go up to this burning windmill. If you're getting attacked, just go ahead and beat on them. Go up to the burning windmill, use the soul, and this one basically just wants you to beat the gauntlet. So the windmill will start going faster, and all of these little contraptions will be going much faster. They are by no means hard. You can completely skip through them, especially if you have that much health like I do, and you don't really have to pay attention to not getting hit. You can just blow right through it and keep dashing your way through. Now once you get to the very end, you'll then see the soul there as he spawns in, and he will be laid to rest, and that'll be our third soul. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and head to Cemetery Hill, and you're going to find this one over in the corner away from the mountain basically. Go ahead and interact with him and collect another soul. Alright, now again back in Cemetery Hill, but this time instead of going left, we'll be going to the right, and you will find a stone in the way. Smash the boulder and we'll progress through these doorways. And once you're over here, you just want to smash the bookcase, come into here and press the touchpad and activate the soul. Once you've done that, you're going to actually shrink much like you did in the Enchanted Earth area, and you'll be fighting ants. Go ahead and kill all of the ants. There's a fair few, so just make sure you kill all of the ants. It shouldn't take you too long. Magic sword's pretty good because it does that good damage. And then once you've killed them all, it's going to kick you out and the soul will be laid to rest. Now we're at Return to Graveyard, and you're going to be at this area where there's sort of a hill and some like poison gas on the bottom. It doesn't harm you or anything, but it's the best way to refer it. And basically, yeah, just grab the soul and there'll be another lost soul found. Now you're going to progress more towards the level, and you'll find this area where you can come up on this top path where there's some gravestones, and you want to just go ahead and use that soul. Okay, so once you've used that soul, you can just charge up your hammer, give it a slam, and as you can see, everything kind of despawns and the soul is rested. So that was our 5th soul. Now once you're inside the asylum, you'll come to this round area. Go ahead and use the touchpad, use the surgeon's sermon soul, and this will be our 6th soul. You're then going to exit out of the door. A few enemies will start spawning. You can just kill them with the magic sword. Very simple. Or whatever weapon you really prefer. I just personally like the magic sword. You can use whatever you like. At some point a dragon will spawn. You can jump over, kill the other ads or the other enemies. And you can use those chests to blow them all up. And as you can see, this door is going to open. Now once the door opens, it's actually going to finalize another soul being laid to rest. That'll be our 6th soul. Next we're going to find the 7th soul. And that's in that same room we were just at. But there's going to be a prison cell that you open with an earth rune. And then you're just going to interact with this green soul. And that'll be our 7th soul found. Alright guys, so next we're going to head to the Pumpkin Gorge. This will be where we find our 8th soul. There's going to be a sort of little barn with an attic. And you just want to jump in, kill the pumpkins before they attack you. And then in the corner you will see another soul. So that'll be our 8th soul found. Then you want to head to the spiral loop in the middle of the gorge. And this is where you can actually press the touchpad and use another soul. Okay, so for this one, all you need to do is actually just kill all of the enemies. Again, I'm using the magic sword because I feel like it does the damage. I eventually noticed that, oh, okay, one of them stuck inside a rock. So I wasn't able to charge through it. I had to quickly switch to a hammer, which was a bit stupid, but broke through. Killed him with the magic sword, and that was our 7th soul laid to rest. Okay, now we're going to be on the level of the pumpkin serpent, and this will be where we find our 9th soul. It's right next to the witch's cauldron. It's an orange soul, so just go ahead and interact with it, and that'll be another soul found for us. Then we'll be solving or laying to rest our 8th soul. And this is on that same level. After you've killed the boss, you want to head over to the side of him, and you can use your lost soul here. It's going to spawn some plant enemies. Now there's going to be a total of 11, I guess, since there was 10 remaining there. So just go ahead and kill them all until it says 0 remaining. And I'm basically showing you quickly where the locations are. If only I knew myself. There we go. So you just go through, you kill the plants. Very, very easy one. They don't do much damage. This shouldn't cause you any threat. You should be able to just slam right through it. And then once you've killed the final plant, that'll be your 8th soul laid to rest. Alright guys, so the next level we're going to is the HILLTOP Mausoleum. This one's really easy to grab because he's just right here in the main part of the cathedral. Go ahead and interact with him, and that'll be our 10th soul found. Now go ahead and progress until you get to the pianist. Go ahead and use one of the souls with the pianist. And it's going to spawn a whole bunch of sheet music. Now you just want to go through and collect all the sheet music. There's 40, and I can show you the path I took. I exited from the left of the penis room, and I went down the cathedral. I also went into the graves because you can find some in the graves. They're kind of flashing so you can see them a little bit. Just like in that top left there. Yep, so as you can see, they're flashing a bit, so you'll know that those are the actual sheet music. And then I checked over here, but there actually wasn't any. So once you've grabbed those, you can go ahead and drop down. Once you've dropped down, there's actually going to be 4 right here in this main path. Then in the big open area, there is another 4. And then we head straight, grab another 4. Then we head right. We start smashing the crystal glass to get through. Go ahead and keep smashing that. Use the moon room, and you will find another sheet of music. You actually don't need to do this part. This is just to progress towards the end of the level, which you will need, so that way you can save your progress. So you'll still technically need to do it, but you can do it whenever you'd like. Now there's another 4 in this room here, and then this will be, I believe there's 4 in this room as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so there's 4 in here as well. Just make sure you grab them all. Avoid hitting the spikes. Pretty much like that. Don't do what I did. I'm a horrible example. And now you'll see that I have 36 out of 40. Well, we'll head up the staircase which leads back to the penis area. And there's 4 just back here away from that well. And as you can see, you'll get 40 out of 40 sheet music, and then that'll be another soul laid to rest. That'll be our 9th soul. Now we're going to go collect our 11th soul. And he's actually just in the asylum grounds right past the little kittens there. Or cats rather. And there you go. That'll be the 11th one found. So let's go ahead and solve or lay to rest our 10th soul, which is also in the asylum grounds. Now you may need to progress into the level a little bit for the puzzles. I progressed to the point where you unlock the rat, so I believe it's the 3rd riddle if I'm not mistaken. Now once you've gotten to at least the 3rd riddle, you can then kill these rhinotars, I believe they call them. Yep, so kill the rhinotars. There's 3 in there. There is 1 down here, if I'm not mistaken. And this is only accessible once you're on the 3rd riddle. So you'll be able to kill that one as long as you make it to the 3rd riddle. And then this area has another one. You can just easily kill him with the magic sword. And then this area up here has the last and final one. Once you've done that, you've freed or laid to rest 10 souls. And we can progress to the next soul. Alright guys, so this will be our 12th soul that we're going to be grabbing. He's actually in the crystal caves here, just on top of this little ledge here next to a chest. Very easy to spot, and that'll be your 12th soul found. Now, from sort of the beginning of the level, we're going to solve another soul in this crystal cave. And it's sort of where the big orange crystal is shooting the beams. That's where you actually want to activate the soul. And what you have to do to free this one or to lay him to rest is you have to grab the money. Now, I wasn't really trying to avoid anything because I have a lot of health, but essentially just run through as quick as possible and grab all of these pouches of gold. And once you've grabbed them all, that'll be your 11th soul laid to rest. Now we're at the pools of the ancient dead, and this will be our 13th soul found, and he's actually just floating right over here. So you can go ahead and interact with him, and that'll be your 13th found. And before we leave the pools of the ancient dead, we'll go on to the solution and lay to rest our 12th soul. From this area right here, you want to activate the soul. You can actually ignore all of the mobs if you really want to. I kind of did because I couldn't be bothered killing them all. But you still sort of have to anyways to finish the level. So just ensure you collect those helmets so you can progress through the level and save your progress. But once you run down here, the soul is actually going to pop out of you and he'll be laid to rest. So that'll be your 12th soul laid to rest. And then we'll head to the Gallows Gauntlet. And right next to that firewall where you need the dragon armor, you will see our 14th soul. Interact with him and collect your 14th soul. And then from the firewall itself, we can actually go ahead and lay to rest our 13th soul. So what you need to do is activate it just in front of the firewall. And it's actually a race, and I'm not sure if this is a joke or not, but he's literally terrible. Like, he's trash. There's no way you'll lose this race unless you're playing with your mouth, and even then I don't think you would lose. Once you've beaten the race, that'll be your 13th soul laid to rest. Alright guys, now we're going to collect our 15th soul, and this one is actually located at the lake. You'll just jump over this ledge here, go ahead and quickly kill the enemies on the wall so they can stop attacking you, and then interact with the blue soul that's in the corner of the screen. That's your 15th soul collected. And then when you freeze the lake, you actually want to jump down into it. You need to grab all of the runes in order to freeze the lake. And once you drop down immediately, you're just going to open your touchpad, activate the soul. And this will be a pretty difficult boss fight. I'm just kidding with you. He has a lot of health, but you actually just smash him with a hammer and GG. That's your 14th soul laid to rest. Alright guys, now we're on the 15th soul that we're going to be laying to rest. Now this is in the Enchanted Earth level. You want to click the fire emblem, the other emblem there, the air emblem, and the water emblem. I'm not sure if those are the elements, but just follow the video in that sense and you can easily open that. You'll watch a bit of a drawn out cutscene of some souls being poured out into the world. Now once those have been released, you want to actually make sure you grab this shadow talisman before progressing. That'll ensure that you beat the level as well, so you can save your progress. But then once you've done that, you're going to exit out this door, jump up this blue teleporting device, skip the cutscene, and you will see all these enemies, which I'm just going to zoom past. And you'll come to a wall that has a gate, or a gate that's been opened, and there's a gargoyle on the wall. Now, once you've killed the enemy in the area so he leaves you alone, you can touch your touchpad to open the inventory, activate the soul, and once you've done that, some vines are actually going to drop down and you can just smack them away, and it's literally that easy. And that'll be your 15th soul laid to rest. Hang in there guys, we're nearly there. We're collecting our 16th soul. This is after you kill the demonettes, and after you've killed them, you just come up over here to this green soul and interact with him to collect your 16th soul. Okay, now we're on to the haunted ruins. You're going to use the chaos rune to enter this room and kill the enemies here so that way you can interact with the red soul. Now this will be your 17th soul found, and you'll be that much closer to finishing, guys. Okay, once you've done that, from roughly the same area, you just want to actually go to your left. You'll see this metal grate, and from here you can actually open your touchpad, or open your inventory with the touchpad, and activate the soul. And what's going to happen is he's going to spawn a dragon. Now just slash away at the dragon. You just keep slashing. He tends to hide in the wall a fair bit, but if you just keep slashing, you'll be able to get through it no problem. And then there you go. Just that easy. 16th soul laid to rest. Okay, we're going to go and collect our 18th soul. We're at the ghost ship. I just jumped in the middle of where those bouncy nets are. I'm focusing killing this pirate with the blue outfit so the other ones just die. and then we can go ahead and interact with the red soul. Now there you go, the 18th soul is found, and we can go ahead and jump over here on the ghost ship towards the center, and we're going to be releasing or laying to rest our 17th soul. We're going to take the lift up, and once you've made it to the top, you can go ahead and kill these guys just so they'll stop bugging you. Open your inventory, activate the soul. This guy spawns a few enemies here. Basically spawns them down below mainly and up top. I'm not really sure what we did there to lay him to rest, but just do what I did in the video and you will lay your 17th soul to rest. Now we need to do the 18th soul, and in order to do that, you just want to get to this area on the time device level, and we're going to activate the soul. Not too sure what happened there, but anyways, you're going to activate that soul, and what will happen now is we have to adjust the time for this certain soul. So there you go, that's the time there. Once you've done that, that'll be your 18th soul laid to rest. And now we need to collect our 19th and final soul. So we're still in that time device level, just progress forward until you get to this area, and then go ahead and interact with this soul. Now that should be your final soul found, which will give you the lost and found trophy. And now we just need to actually go back and solve this soul, or lay him to rest. So we go back to where we originally started, which is great because now we're going to be finished. And this time you're actually going to go to the left of the entrance hall. Make sure you go down the stairs and through the doorway. Go ahead and kill the imps in this area. They won't take long to kill. And then head to the center of the room, open your inventory, and then use the final soul. Okay guys, so once you've done that, he's going to go ahead and spawn a lot of enemies, and just go ahead and kill them all, and then that'll be your 19th soul laid to rest, and that'll be the end of this guide. So if you made it all the way to the end, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video. I hope I set it up nice and convenient for you guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should consider doing so and join the clan. And go ahead and smash like if you liked the video. Other than that guys, thank you again, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. There's going to be a quick secret here at the end for collecting all the 19 souls, and it's a pretty cool one. Basically you gain access to the original MediEvil, and you can completely play it on your PS4. But anyways guys, I'll catch you in the next one.